Hi, this is Erin from BlossyB. Welcome to my channel. The plan for this video is to unpack the Resin Molds Box, formerly Resin Molds Express, Moonlit Haunts October 2025 box. I can't wait to show you these beautiful molds, and I'm so excited to get started creating with them. It's Pink Parcel Day and I'm so excited. I'm loving getting these in the mail. It's just it's just very exciting. I love the pink. So this is from Resin Molds Box, formerly Resin Molds Express. And it is their October's Enchanted Autumn Collection, Moonlit Haunts. I'm predicting something spooky and Halloweeny and a fun and affordable way to unleash your resin creativity. And I so much agree with that. Okay, and a little ghosty saying boo. All right, let's get a look at this. And oh, gosh, it's full. Well, I mean, of course it's full, but okay. So as usual, we've got our lovely little card from Ella, and she's the woman behind Resin Molds Box. And we've got what I've come to now just love. I've got a little folder for them all. They're sort of instructions or guide. And oh, look at these. Cute. Halloween stickers. I love them. Beautiful. Okay. Oh, this is just so exciting. Okay, I'll put the box to the side and then let's have a look and see what we are getting out. All right. So it says, step into the enchanted world of Moonlit Haunts, our October mystery box where autumn's magic and Halloween's mystery come together in a collection of premium silicone molds. This month we're celebrating the bewitching season with 7 versatile mold sets that balance spooky charm with practical elegance. I like that. So I'm in Tasmania, Australia, which is in the southern hemisphere. So we're not having autumn coming soon, but I don't care because I think it's fun, and I know that a lot of people have a bit of fun with Halloween. And I've come to know too that a lot of the molds that have been sent are just so versatile and you can use them for all sorts of different things. So, number 1, a tray. Okay, here we go. All right, my goodness, that is a substantial mould. Wow. So we've got a star and a crescent moon. Okay, let's have a read. So first of all, the volume for this, which I love that they give you this, is 8 ounces or 210 mils. This elegant circular silicone mould creates a sophisticated trinket tray featuring celestial-inspired compartments. The design includes a 5-pointed star depression in the centre with a crescent moon-shaped section beside it. Perfect. Creating a beautiful cosmic arrangement that's both practical and mystical. Cast this magical tray in soft, dreamy colours to create the perfect altarpiece or vanity organiser for your mystical autumn collection. And then they've got an example there of how it's been cast, and their creative ideas are all listed here. That's exciting. Okay, we'll pop that one there. Number 2 is a Gothic Chalice mould. So a chalice is a type of a cup, isn't it, from, I thought, medieval times? So, oh, this is so exciting. So this one has a volume of 7 ounces or 190 mils. And, okay, this elegant silicone mould creates a sophisticated fluted chalice perfect for decorative purposes. The mould features graceful vertical ridges with subtle beading detailed around the lower rim. This slightly tapered design with its flared top gives the finished piece a classic, timeless appeal. Create enchanting mood lighting for your Halloween gatherings or witchy rituals, and it makes a beautiful container for wooden wick candles in rich autumn colours. And there's their picture included, and they've got lots of lovely creative ideas. Okay, woohoo, I'm so excited. All right, number 3, Mystical Owl Guardian Set. Okay, so we're looking, for a pair of moulds, and here they are. Oh, aren't they gorgeous? So you've got one owl sitting sort of face on, his gorgeous little feet, and the other one is sort of sitting side on with his head turned. I like it. Okay, so we've got 1 and 2. So number 1, I'll put on the left. That one is 3.2 ounces or 110 mils, so not much at all. And number 2 is 2.6 ounces or 85 mils. All right, this enchanting set includes 2 detailed 3D owl silicone moulds that capture these wise woodland creatures in stunning detail. Both moulds feature incredible texture work. Yes, it does. It's amazing. That brings out every feather, that distinct facial disc, and the watchful eyes of these nocturnal guardians. These mysterious owls are perfect companions for your autumn decor. Cast them in earthy tones like amber, brown, or lavender to create stunning shelf decorations that bring woodland magic to any space. And there's the pictures. Ooh. Oh, I just made an owl noise. Oh dear. Okay, turning over. We're up to number 4. Elegant bow trinket tray and mould set. Okay, so we've got a two parts. And here we go. I've never seen anything like this before. That's quite, wow. Look at that. Okay, so, where are we? Number 1 is this one. So I'll put that one on that side and that one on that side. So, number 1, the mould volume is 2 ounces or 60 mils. Mould 2 is 2.2 ounces or 70 mils. This enchanting set includes 2 decorative silicone moulds that create oval trinket trays adorned with beautiful bows. Their graceful details make them perfect for displaying your most treasured magical items throughout the autumn season. And there are the pictures. Wow, that's, oh my goodness, they are going to be so cute. All right, number 5, spiderweb coaster and display set. Okay, let's, oh, this is a very generous edition. There are 4 coasters and a holder. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the holder is number 1 and the volume of that is 2.8 ounces or 90 mils. Then these, I guess that's each, are 1.2 ounces or 40 mils. So this intricate set includes 5 specialised silicone moulds that work together to create a complete spiderweb coaster display system. The square base mould creates a holder with 4 vertical slots, while the spiderweb moulds create 4 detailed octagonal coasters with intricate web patterns. When combined, they form a functional and spooky table accessory perfect for Halloween entertaining. Okay, and there's the picture for that. Wow, okay, I'm intrigued, totally intrigued. Okay, next. Oh, Halloween pumpkin ornament collection. Ta-da! Oh my goodness. Happy Halloween. This one's pumpkin with, like, I guess they would be like black cats. A witchy one. Oh, cute. Okay. Wow. Let's have a look. So the total volume of this is 160 mils and there's 6 parts to it. So this versatile 6-in-1 silicone mould creates a charming set of Halloween pumpkin ornaments with various designs. The collection includes classic jack-o'-lantern faces, so that's these, a witch hat pumpkin, a cat-shaped pumpkin, and a special Happy Halloween text design. Each ornament ranges from approximately 7 to 8.2 centimetres in size, with cut-out features that allow light to shine through when displayed. Okay, and then here's the photograph of that one. Oh boy, my ideas are running through my brain very fast. Okay, and then number 7. Oh, what? Look. Oh my goodness. And anyone who's followed me before will know I love moulds without keychain holes in them. And look, no hole. Well, they have hole. Oh, I guess they do have holes, don't they? But they're not annoying holes. These don't have holes. They look so cute. So the volume of that in total is 30 mils. So what a great option for leftover resin. This spooktacular set filled with adorable ghost and spirit designs in various sizes, from classic floating spectres to cute rounded apparitions and curvy spirit forms. The designs range from 1.5 to 3.8 centimetres in size, perfect for creating a variety of Halloween accessories. And there's their little photo there. So, down the bottom, a message from Ella. Embark on your October crafting journey with Moonlit Haunts, where the magic of autumn meets the mystery of Halloween in 7 versatile mould sets. Whether you're creating gifts, decorating your space, or preparing for seasonal celebrations, these premium moulds will inspire your creativity through October and beyond. And Ella always includes her personal email address, and she's very responsive. So wonderful. Oh, that's thoughtful. We get some keychains as well. I love that. Now, Ella did send an email saying that she had organised for this set to have some fantastic glow powder. I presume it was a fluorescent powder, but there were some issues with the freight company who insisted that they weren't safe, despite Ella assuring them that they indeed were. So I know some people who get this pack might get them, and then others won't. And she has stayed in contact through the whole time, letting us know what's going on, when the order is expected to arrive, and things like that. So I can't commend her highly enough for dealing with that little hiccup with grace and amazing customer service. Okay, I'm off to have a think and plan, and I'm so excited. Okay. I just had to make this gorgeous tray first, or at least get started on it. It is so beautiful. So I got out my temporary tattoos and had a look through them. And as soon as I saw that snake in the beautiful gold, I started thinking, Halloween, witchy, voodoo. And so I decided to create a voodoo trinket dish. You know, for when you're making up all your voodoo spells, you want to sit your bits and pieces in something, don't you? So that's what I'm going for. So I found a little snake and a large snake. And my goal is to decorate both parts of the mould with these temporary tattoos. So after cutting them out, I'm going to remove the top layer, press them down onto the mould, and then just using a damp sponge, press down until I feel a little wiggle, and then that's when you know it is time to remove the backing paper. And it looks so pretty. So I'm hoping that the second one is the same. I repeat exactly the same procedure, taking that cover sheet off, pressing down, dampening the back and removing it. And I'm just in love. I had noticed on one of the sheets of these gold metallic temporary tattoos, there was some little moon and stars. So I decided to add a few of those scattered round just to make it even more voodoo, magical and sparkly. Once I was happy with all of the design that I'd put together, I just set this aside. I really wanted to give it time for the temporary tattoos to dry out completely. You don't want to ever mix resin and water, so it's important if you've been using a technique with water that you give it that drying time. Now I'm going to have a look at the gorgeous pumpkin mould, and I'm going to try and use the little decals that were included. Now these are puffy stickers that are on an acetate background, so rather than removing them, I'm going to just trim around them, keeping that clear plastic on the back, and that means then hopefully I can pour resin in just so that they stay in place, and then I can back coat them. For the first layer, I'm going to use this beautiful crystal clear Riverant resin deep pour. It's a 2-to-1 epoxy resin, and I'm adding in this Just Resin Snow White, which is a gorgeous dust glitter, very shimmery and very fine. And the idea is that something like this just adds a little bit of sparkle and it will disguise the edges of any decals or transfers you put in. So I'm going to just put a small layer down in each, and then I'm going to gently sit in the little puffy stickers and hope that they stay where I want them to. Try and reduce any possibility of bubbles hiding underneath the little puffy stickers. I turn them over first and just sit them in some of the resin to make sure that there is a coating on them before I put them in their final position. And, well, hopefully that will do the trick. I give them a little spray of isopropyl alcohol just to release any bubbles if there are any, and put that one to the side. Okay, next up is the Chalice, and I've decided to go vampire with this, well, at least to try. So I'm going to use River Art resin again, and I'm using this gorgeous laser red holographic glitter from Resiners, and I'm going to attempt to pour little drips down in to the chalice as if it was blood dripping. Now, I fairly quickly realised that this wasn't working because this is a 24-hour cure resin. For this technique to work, I really would have needed to use UV resin, but I still gave it a go, and the idea is that it's going to be a goblet of blood. So we'll see how that ends up. Did add in some Elmer's glue to the mixture, and I'm using a pipette to get down to the bottom of the chalice, or the top as it will be when it's demoulded. I'm going to skip ahead into the part where I do the next thing with this, because really it was just me over several minutes using the pipette to put resin into down the bottom and then drag it up to the top, and then tip it out if there was any excess, and then just sort of drizzle this blood looking resin everywhere. But it didn't really, as I said, do what I wanted, because it's a 24-hour cure. It's very low viscosity and it didn't work like I thought, but that's okay because I will just adapt. So while that starts curing, I'm going to work on the beautiful Trinket tray, and I'm using Midas Touch from Just Resin to add a gorgeous gold shimmer to some clear resin. And I'm just going to mix that in and then pour it around all of the edges. So this mould doesn't just have the outer edge. The different compartments in the Trinket tray have the edges as well. So because I'm planning on putting some heavier stones in here, I want to make sure that there is a nice coating on all of the edges just to protect the mould, and it'll give it that sparkle as well. Now I'm going to make up the actual border mixture, and I'm using the Midas Touch Gold, the Nouveau Light Gold Glitter, and then I'm going to also add in some funky glitter flakes, and then I'm going to put in some beautiful gold coloured little rocks. I think they're called shards from Harry and Wilma, to really give a lot of depth. And I'm going to blend all of this together and hope I get a lush, thick mixture that will give us a beautiful border. I add in about 3 or 4 drops of the Elmer's glue because I do want to try and stop all of the material from going to the bottom, which will be the top. And it's quite a thick, gloopy mixture now. And I just pour that very carefully around all of the edges. And this is a very deep mould. It's probably a centimetre, I'd say, and maybe more than a centimetre, because I think the the edge that I'm filling seems to be nearly a centimetre itself. So it's a decent chunky mould. Anyway, this is looking really gorgeous. This is a 24-hour cure, so it's going to be a while before I can actually put on the next layer. So while I'm waiting for that to reach a gel state or even cure, I'm going to mix up the resin that I'm going to use to fill the chalice. So I'm using Just Resin's Carbon Black paste, and I'm going to pop that into some clear resin, and I'm going to also add a little bit of the Snow White dust to just give it a little bit of sparkle. And I'll mix all of this together, ready to fill the chalice. Just before I do that, I'm going to pour in the absolute last few little drops of the red glitter mixture. So this has now really reached a fairly warm temperature and is very thick, but it won't hurt to have that in there. It's just going to be a little bit of extra of the blood colour. And so just scraping all of the excess out and then pouring the black straight in. Vampire lore has always been a little secret indulgence of mine, or not so secret probably. And yes, I did get into the whole Twilight thing. Why, I don't know. I was a grown woman, but you know, it was just one of those things at the time. I loved the movie Dracula with Gary Oldman, and yeah, I just like that whole genre. So anyway, moving on, I'm going to now colour some resin to put in the back of these little pumpkin moulds that we put the decals in. So I've got saffron luster paste from Just Resin. I've then just got some orange and some green mica powder, and I've got some black glitter. So my plan is to use the green just for the little pumpkin stalks that are showing, the black for the witch's hat and the cats, and then to alternate between the orange and the saffron in the actual bodies of the pumpkins. I just thought it might make a richer colour. It's a little bit odd doing this voiceover knowing what I know, because I really do make some big errors with this mould. You wouldn't think a little mould like this I could make such big mistakes, but I do. So as you watch me pour the resin in, the big thing is I cover up all of the little raised pieces, and I shouldn't have done that. And it becomes very obvious the moment I demould. And the other thing is that the green and black blend in too much. They drift in and out together, and I don't get a clear definition. So I think I was just trying something that was a bit beyond my technical skills at the time. Annoyingly, this isn't the first time I've done this either. I did it recently on a video for a Temu unboxing where I'd ordered some owls and the little covers for their moulds, and one of them I had to re-pour because I did this. For some reason, I don't find it easy to picture how a mould is going to be when it's demolded, and I know some of you are really good at that, and some artists that I follow are amazing at that, but me, I just keep putting resin in until it nearly overflows and cover up all those things that are meant to be not covered up. So it wasn't my finest crafting moment, but it was a big learning experience. And look, it's only resin and it's fun. I had a huge amount of fun doing these. I love mixing up all different blends and colours. So no great harm done. I fill them to the top, give them a spritz of alcohol spray, move them to the side, and now we're on to our tray. This is Just Resin's Midnight Violet Luster Pigment Paste, and it's a gorgeous colour, and it really evokes that mysterious sort of voodoo feeling for me. I spoon a little bit into some resin and blend that together, and then once I'm satisfied that I've got that mixed fairly well, I add in some more resin. I just like to do it in stages, especially if it's going to be something where you see a large surface area of the pigment. I'm also going to sprinkle in just a teeny tiny little bit of the Just Resin's Midas Touch Gold to give a little bit of a shimmer and to try and connect the darker colour here with the rest of the designs that I've put on there. And it's just a really lovely delicate shimmer, and I think that will look very pretty too. I also like to transfer it out of the original mixing cup where possible, so that once again you're just minimising the chance of any unmixed in pigment paste clinging to the sides of the cup and coming out, particularly if you're going to be sort of scraping the cup at the end. And that's when, well, most of us do that. Resin is very expensive, and also, with moulds like this, when you're given the measurements, they really are quite exact, and often you do need every little drop, and you do run the risk of, when you're scraping the edges, getting in some of the unmixed pigment as well. So it's just another little tip to try and prevent that. This was so beautiful to watch going into the mould. It's so luscious and almost delicious looking. And yeah, it's just that thing about the way resin moves, and it's just got this beautiful shimmer to it, and it's extremely rewarding watching something like this. I love this part of making things. While they are curing, I can demould the chalice. So I am going to just sort of peel back. Now, as soon as I start doing this, I notice I'm getting black pigment on my fingers. You can probably see it starting to build up. So disappointed because I know exactly what I've done. But anyway, look, I demold it and I just love it. Apart from the black, obviously, it is so glossy and the red is so gorgeous. So I can see that the black pigment paste is coming from a tiny little area down on the bottom, and it means I did not mix it in carefully enough. And with black pigment paste, I've been guilty of doing that before. So what I need to do is do exactly the same as I did with the Star and Moon Trinket tray every time, which is take that extra step, really mix it, transfer it into another cup, mix it again. It cleaned up very easily. It was just literally a little patch that was up against the mould, but boy, it spread everywhere. I love this mould and it's so versatile. Can't wait to do it again. Okay, time to have a look at the pumpkins. Oh dear. So we know already that these are a disaster, and you can already see through the resin, you can kind of see the bits that I shouldn't have covered up. They're the really pale bits there. Well, that's a disaster, and that's a disaster as well. And oh look, we've got another disaster. I don't think adding those little puffy stickers in did anything at all, and the resin is blended together, and I can't stop looking at the witch's hat one. It's just like a witch with a really bad haircut. The pussycats were too dark to even really tell what they were, and this was just a total mess. And oh dear. And again, yeah, just no point. And I did just have the teeniest little bit of resin mixed up, left over, and I have got those little pieces there. So I'm going to re-pour these, but that will be in the next video. Time to demould the celestial tray. I found it quite easy to demould by holding the tray flat down, and look, I'm just stunned. It's one of the prettiest things I feel I've ever made, and those snakes, whew, they are gorgeous. The edge I love, and all those extra little temporary tattoos I popped in there, the little stars, moon, they just, oh, I'm so happy with this. It is so glossy, so shiny, so perfect, and well, I pretty much can't stop looking at it or touching it. It's so smooth and glossy and gorgeous. This is a beautiful mould. Beautiful. Thank you so much to Resin Molds Box for making these amazing packages, and I'm loving Moonlit Haunts. Thank you. It is such a amazing package with so many different molds, and even though they've got that little bit of a spooky theme, these are molds that you can use in the future again and again for so many different events, occasions, designs. I love too that Ella has shared these photos on her website of other creations with these molds. It's very inspirational. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I really appreciated it. This was another amazing Resin Molds Box opening for me. Just so many surprises. I'm so grateful to them for making crafting and creating just so effortlessly easy. I've still been struggling with being unwell, so it's been a delight having this just all laid out before me, and I can just put my own creative spin on it. I look forward to seeing you in part 2. Bye for now.